Your map can give you information about regions, points of interest, and much more. I suggest...
Welcome! We have a couple side quests to do here, but first, let us sculpt our beautiful selves in a stone that will be eternal, question mark. This quest, there are little please, we just passed one on the Goose Inn, where we can get little statues of ourselves to increase our renown.
You! Let me take a good look at you. An adventurer! Why didn't I think of this before? Who better to encapsulate the struggle between brutal survival and enlightened intellect? And such remarkable physiognomy. I shall immortalize you at once. Our goal is nothing less than the creation of life.
So I think you might be able to choose whatever you'd like here. Because it's probably just like somewhat of a character model swap, but you know, usually do something like heroic, like posing and whatnot if you want to be a good guy. But if you want to instill fear into the world, do like a roar or something. Haha! So she chipped away at that for like 10 seconds and instantly, boom, got a perfect sculpture of me. So there are different plinths throughout the game, mainly in big like cities. A couple of the cities, one of the cities I can think of, a couple different areas. There's one in Fairfax Garden, which is the high fancy pants part of Bowerstone. There's one in a woods-like area. There's one in another city that we haven't even got to. Or town, I guess, because they're not really cities because they're super tiny. Well, Bowerstone is probably the only city that's close enough, because that place is huge. Like, there's a whole bunch of area that's not even, like, a map. That's, you know, you travel between, like, Bowerstone Market and Old Town. Old Town is, like, straight up, like, an hour's walk. It's quite a bit of time. Ooh, speaking about quite a bit, holy gosh. Yep, here's the little pin things, but once you complete the quest, you can then go to her and she will, and then, you know, do that. But first, we gotta complete this quest if we want to do anything.
Well, wrap me in pigskin and call me a sausage. Look who it is! It's me, Barnum, from Bowerstone, remember? You helped me with my picture-taking business. Not that it ever took off. Still gam-plussled about that one. Oh, it wasn't your fault. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Lots of exciting ventures since then. Look at you now! All grown up. A proper adventurer, too. I bet that sister of yours is very proud. Me, I'm in a bit of a custard right now, and it was all going so well. I made the deal of the century just the other day. This wonderfully strange fella sold me the bridge in Rookridge. Cost me every last piece of gold I had, but a thing like that pays for itself, what with all the trade tolls and everything. Only now, the bally thing's fallen to pieces, and no one can get close enough to reconstructify it. Bandits, you see. Bunch of spruckless rotters. Probably saw them on your way here. Keep popping up all over the place, they do. You couldn't give them a proper seeing to, could you? For old time's sakes? So you'll get rid of all the bandits in Rookridge? Wondrous! I knew I could count on you, old friend. Please be careful, though.
Yeah, whatever. So, we need to get more renown for the priest guy to accept us, so I think I have enough money to buy some thingies. I'll definitely be gobbling up properties and waiting around and getting money for later on. Because what I want to do is, I want to be able to go into a new town or a new area with places that I can purchase, and then just purchase all the properties, like just boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be good. Just walking into like a new town, like, oh hey, look at all these properties I can buy. Oh, now look, I own them all. Gonna be an exciting quest. This one, the boss is extremely interesting and versatile and not at all just flaccid and lackluster. That was weird. I don't know if you can take out those guys, because I think they're too far away even for, like, I think the flintlocks are the... I think flintlocks have the highest range. Yeah, I know it's one of the rifles, and I would assume the flintlocks. But... yeah, even that you can't even take them. Well, that's ominous.
Game.
That's it? I could have sworn there was more dialogue exchange, like, hey, leave us alone or we'll pay, and then you step forward and it's like, alright boys, show them what we've got, or something. I mean, you did the left trigger zoom in thing just to... oh, beautiful. You did the left trigger zoom in thing just to say, get him. What's the point in that? So once we complete this mission, this place actually fills up with people, and I think even later on in the game, you can purchase it as a property. I think you can purchase it as a property eventually. I don't know. Yeah, I remember buying this place as a property, but I think that's much later in the game, after like a certain event happens. Nice. There's a couple big events that happen that cause...
You think you're gonna catch me? Why do you think they call me Dash? Stupid!
Dash because you're blue and you run fast? I felt bad for the guy. Yeah, I wonder if Dash has something to do with him. I don't know what the point of that sign is. I always thought those big vats were the toilets, like porta potties, but I think they're for holding ale, or they might have to do with both. It's a little gross. But Dash, I guess, is a guy who runs fast and can run away fast, but you know how when you run, especially when you're out of shape, like myself, and you have to breathe heavy, and you breathe heavily, and it causes your throat to kind of get dried out and scratchy, and then your voice kind of goes too. And like when you throw your voice out, your voice... insert bad Marlon Brando impression. Oh, just short, just a little bit for physique. Honestly, like I said, I love using guns in these games because it's just fun, but you know, this character is going to be a somewhat even build. Yeah, so his voice is kind of scratched out there. I'm not going to worry about the keys too much here. Like I said, I'll have separate videos collecting them all. So, there was a point I wanted to talk about, but I completely forgot. Every single dang time I record these videos, I've been forgetting things. I'm getting too old for this. Totally cross-dressed in this game, by the way. That leads sort of... oh, yeah, so when you upgrade your stats, your skills... ooh... it changes your character. Oh, 15, that's way more than I have now. So yeah, I have a second character that I collect the stuff on recording for video collectible things, and on this character I'll go through and recollect those on this character and those areas, just to have them so I can access those. But yeah, when you upgrade your stuff, your skills and stuff in this game and the first game, they affect your character, like your strength, stats. When you level them up, your character will get bulkier and bigger, and if you upgrade your skill stuff, your character will get taller. And if you upgrade your spells, your character will have lines throughout him like basically that look like magical arcane tattoos that just glow. And I think they might glow red if you're evil. I don't think they... I don't know. I never did arcane evil. No, they don't. I don't think. That's just kind of lame. Kind of a missed opportunity. But, sorry, I have another character that's... Yeah, it's just... Sometimes, there's a DLC in here that allows you... That have certain potions that allows to change things. Like, they can make you taller or shorter. They can instantly make you fat. You can instantly make you thin, which I would love to have that in real life. And make myself a little taller. Just a little bit taller. Maybe another few inches. And, definitely thin myself out. That'd be great. But... they do that. They remove scarring, and some of them make your characters seem more attractive for a small amount of time until you sleep. But none of them reduce the bulkiness of your character. When you increase your strength stat, your character gets bulkier and like muscular, and it can look weird on a certain, like, if you try to make certain characters, like if you, for example, try to make a horror-looking character, and they're super tall and super buff and stuff, then they basically look like China or She-Hulk, and it's awkward and weird. Not that it's bad or anything, just want to clarify that, but... And if you want to roleplay as, like, oh, my character's a little scrawny nerd who just has superpowers, but then they're super buff and tall, and it's like, well, I can reduce the height, but in order to reduce the bulkiness, you have to get rid of the strength stat, and that's just not fun. So here's that interesting boss fight. Oops.
Your actions continue to shape the world.
So now that, well, we have to return to Barnum, but when we return to him, the bridge, and then like rest or something, the bridge should be rebuilt almost instantly, surprisingly. So yeah, I forgot to mention, the phrase he said, oh, I bought a bridge. That's a common term of, like, somebody who is gullible. Is, hey, I got a bridge to sell ya. Which kind of... Which is... like a phrase, it's just talking about taking advantage of somebody gullible, because bridges normally aren't... Like, people don't own them. They're either owned by governments or just aren't owned by anybody. So if some guy comes up to you and is like, hello fella, would you like to buy this bridge? You can build a toll and stuff. I'll sell it to you. That won't happen because people don't just own bridges like that. There's like deeds and stuff, government, and I don't know the details. I'm not some bridge expert. Who do you think I am? I'm just playing a video game. But moral of the story is, normal people don't just own bridges like that. Usually, it's like whatever government this game would have would own the bridge. Like the mayor of Oakville or Oakfield or Bowerstone or whatever. So that was a complete accident. Actually press the button everyone fears you. Might as well give a couple extra just to get it in there. Yeah, you love that. Actually, I try to make that guy fear me to get his gift, but like he runs away, so it's like, what's the point? I always hate it when I come across somebody and it's like, oh, they absolutely love you or they think you're hilarious, but they're willing to give you a gift if they absolutely hate you or think you're disgusting. And I'm like, what? Like, dude, just give me the gift. You can, of course, just murder the NPC and they'll instantly drop the gift, but, you know, like, whatever. Also, you want to be careful with the slap command because apparently... if you're strong enough, you can maybe kill somebody in the game with a slap. He thinks I'm funny. That's hilarious. Took a little bit of frightening. It's like, oh, you're funny. Wow, I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, that's scary. Here, I got a gift for you. Like, what? Like, normally this gift thing is, hey, here's a gift. And not like, oh, I'm so scared of you, please take this and leave me alone, type deal. Like, he's right over the scare thing. Like, come on, man. Slap! I think you don't have to get it exactly over it, but yeah, you have to get at least past it to a point, and that was super not worth it. Oh, that gave me 10 evil points because I had to scare him for it, huh? Whatever. He'll thank me for it later, I guess. Those Java pods are interesting. Lower level is not too great, but higher levels can give a fair amount of experience, and you know they heal, so that's cool.